Hello and thank you for joining us for another episode of TMF Mini. In the news for this episode, Justin Bieber has been in jail recently, and that's basically because he was drinking under the influence. What happened was, he was attending a drag racing party and he was under the influence in attendance. He got jailed for being under the influence, but he wasn't under the influence of drink or drugs, it was both. He got jailed for it and then he got out on bail, but when he came out he tried to accuse his dad of actually organising the whole event. But the question is, Justin Bieber actually drank, he smoked, and then he jumped into a car. So who's really responsible? Justin Bieber. And also, in comedy news, I'll be doing another stand-up comedy set middle of February actually, and more news will be actually on my Facebook page and also the TMF YouTube show Facebook page. Now, if you haven't joined already, why haven't you? It's absolute fun. And also, on TV news, Coronation Street's Haley Crawford had died recently, and that's the root cause was cancer, but she decided to die on her own time. In other words, it was an assisted suicide story, but it was really, really difficult to watch. It was really, really harrowing. It's just horrendous. And at the moment, Roy is actually suffering the fallout of actually helping her go towards her grave. It's it's dragging on. It's horrible. In technology news, e-cigarettes are going to be outlawed soon to under 18s. Quite rightly so. If an under 18 can't get a cigarette, he shouldn't be able to get an e-cigarette. And also, furtherly in technology news, there was a house fire in America and a guy went in to rescue his Xbox. His house went up in flames for some reason, and when he realised his Xbox was in there, he rushed in, past the flames and everything, up the stairs, got the Xbox, came back out. Did he worry about the pets? Nah, did he fuck? And also, in London news, I'll be going down to London soon, hopefully with a mate this time, so pinkies crossed. Here, lemon grab. I took a shit in your doormat. Go and have a look.
Unacceptable!
Mate, it was so acceptable. I feel a little lighter cause it.
Put you in my oven!
Your lemon grab. You aren't going to put me in an oven. I'm going to put you into a cake and then put a cake into an oven. You fucking fruity bastard. Facebook recently started using trending on their social networking site. That's a fail. Twitter and Facebook should be kept separately. And also a win. Justin Bieber got arrested. Yes! But a fail. He got out and on bail. Boo! And a fail. A UKIP representative had tried to say gay marriage was actually at the cause of the recent bad weather. Boo! Bigoted bastard! And I fail. Marmite being illegal in Canada. I know, absolutely stupid. What's intoxicating about Marmite? You either love it, you hate it, but you don't outlaw it. And the TV review for this episode is of Channel 4's documentary series called Benefit Street. Basically, Benefit Street depicts the comings and goings of a street in Birmingham that has a very high degree of benefits claimants. 93% of the actual street are benefit claimants. And basically, the documentary series depicts the comings and goings, the highs and the lows of these people. But generally, I don't really think the documentary does justice, because like it depicts the UK as a bunch of benefit moochers, and that's not the case. You know, a lot of us work really, really hard. I think also that Benefit Street is actually trying to paint claiming benefit in a really bad light, and I bet the Tories love it. This castle is in unacceptable conditions! Unacceptable! Does anyone else remember the comedy show called Chewing the Fat on BBC? Well, basically, it was obviously a comedy sketch show, and it contained a lot of comedy sketches within that 30-minute bracket. They had lots of New Year episodes, and it was really, really good. And it was varied types of humour, but basically, it stopped for some reason, and it actually stopped before the fallout between Jack and Victor. But if only there was a return of Chewing the Fat, because the comedy shows now on BBC, they aren't nearly as good as what Chewing the Fat could have ever been. And the final thoughts for this episode of TMF Mini, I want to say a massive thank you for joining us for another episode of TMF Mini, but be sure to be joining us for the big episode of TMF in February 15th. But until then, stay chill, stay safe, and keep watching.